update on the channel. And some of my subscribers, some of the people who follow the channels are not going to like what I'm about to say, but you'll be all right. You'll be okay. Don't worry about it. So, starting next week, for those of you who have already gained a subscription to the Facebook page, or you are a member on the YouTube page, every week there will be a long form video to which we'll go into greater details concerning different subject matters of study. For instance, this upcoming week, I'm going to go deeper into the understanding of the flood as it compares to the Sumerian, Akkadian, and Babylonian versions. So that would be the Atrahasis, the Epic of Gilgamesh, as well as the Sumerian version of the flood narrative, and how the Hebrew flood story, how it was created based on all three of those flood stories in the Mesopotamia that was taught prior to them. A small snippet of it will be out here on the general area, but I just want to show my gratitude for those of you who have gained a subscription on Facebook and have a membership on YouTube. Now, once we reach 100 people in totality on Facebook and YouTube combined, then we will begin to have a subscription and member base only live for those groups, for those people. But we need 100 people in order for there to be enough communication and conversation between myself and you guys. Now I will start doing the lives again this upcoming week on the regular channel. But I will tell you this, those lives will only be scheduled for an hour and they will end in an hour. No more 2-hour, 3-hour lives. Only the people on the subscriptions and the memberships will the lives go longer than an hour, and we get into more free conversation. This is me showing my gratitude for those of you who have taken that extra step to be a subscription holder on Facebook and a member on YouTube. I greatly appreciate what you are doing, and I look forward to our continued growth. So if you're not in that category, if you're not thinking that that's something that you want to add to your development, that's perfectly fine. There will be plenty of other videos that I will continuously produce on a normal basis. But for those of you who want to do those extra things, get those extra lessons, have those extra podcasts, that's where you're going to get them starting this upcoming week. And like I said, just to reiterate it, once we get to 100 total for YouTube and Facebook, then we'll start doing a weekly live. But starting this week, there will be a long form video every week that will only be seen by the people who are subscription holders and on Facebook and members on YouTube. So subscribe, become a subscription holder, become a member. If you can't, I understand. That's fine. If you don't feel the value of it, I understand that. That's fine as well. It is all about growing the community and getting deeper into our understanding of why we deconstructed and what this universe is truly about. But also, there will be long form videos on finances and relationships and health and things of that nature, so that we can just in general become the greatest version that we are. There's no point in me always saying that if I'm not giving information to help those who actually desire it to fulfill it. And yes, the part that's going to make some people mad, why don't you do that for everybody? Because as Christians used to say, but as it is said mostly in the Emerald Tablets, you do not cast your pearls before swine. Not saying that the people who don't do the subscriptions are swine. Not saying the people who don't do memberships are swine. But it's the pure fact that I have a thing within myself that understands some of the deeper mysteries are not for everyone. And one way to test whether or not a person has the resolve of that is where they spend their money and where they spend their time. And where you spend your time and your money are big indicators as to what's important to you. So many people will say that their health is important, but yet they won't spend their time or money to gain greater health. They will say that their financial standings is very important to them, but they won't spend their time and money to get better at it. Their relationships are important to them, but you don't spend the time and money to make it better. your spirituality is important to you, but you don't spend the time and money to get better at it. That is something that I have just experienced in life. When I was a person, whether when I was a personal trainer or owning any other business that I have owned, if it's important enough to a person, they're going to spend their time, they're going to spend their money to develop that as part of their being. And that is why it's set up that way. So I look forward to those of you who will become subscription holders. I look forward to those of you who will become members. So subscribe, become a member, become a subscription holder, and always remember that you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.